Hello viewers, welcome back. So this is part 6 of our series of session on F12 configuration for inventory masters. So in the last session, we saw all the simple configurations and we understood how each of the configurations behaves for a company and how you can make use of those configurations to suit your inventory management requirement. Today we will see additional configurations. Once you enable show more configuration, we will see what are the other kind of configurations that we can set for our inventory master to leverage the features and make use of these features as per your business requirement. Let us take a use case. Let's say uh, some businesses, they deal in items where part number plays a very important role. Example, automobile parts or any machinery or any equipments where tracking of part number becomes a key area for the businesses for future tracking purpose. Could be for service related or warranty related aspects. So how do we handle this in Tally? Once you enable show more configuration, there are a couple of more options that will be available for the user. So the first of the option that we will be seeing in this session is how do we enable the part number for stock item and how we can use this part number in our transactions. Let us create a new stock item and then see how do we configure for part numbers. So we go to master creation, then I select stock item. So let me give a name for the stock item as item with part number. Now, for us to first capture the part number, we know that we have to enable in the F12 configuration. So I'm going to press F12 configuration, and this is where I have to say show more configuration. You can come here and then press enter. Now, here you have, once you enable this show more configuration, the first of the additional configuration that we will get is provide part numbers for stock item. So I'm going to make this as yes, and I'm going to press Control A. Now you will notice that the part number field is visible now for the user to capture the part number. Okay. So I will just type item with part number. Okay. Enter. And here let's say I'm going to say A9500. So this is my part number. Okay. So under we will leave it as primary unit of measure. We are going to select as numbers. Opening stock. Let's say there are 10 numbers in stock. Rate is 800 rupees. Okay, so that we will not get negative when we are making the sales invoice. So we have already created the stock item. So I can come back to my voucher entry and let me select sales. Okay. Party's name, I can just select any party, sales ledger, and I'm now going to sell an item with the part number. So the advantage again is now you can recall your stock item with multiple options. So there are basically three ways of recalling your stock item. Number one is the primary stock item name that you specify. You can recall or you can select the stock item by specifying the name of the stock item. Or if you have given alias for a stock item, you can pick the stock item by specifying the alias also. Now, since we have enabled part number, you can also pick the stock item in your sales or purchase entry by just typing the part number. So let us say that I want to now select this item by specifying the part number. So the part number for this item that we just now created is A95. So you will see here that the part number is getting listed. So I select the part number. Okay, I will not mentioning any description. So you will now see the stock item coming where we just created the stock item called item with part number. So I'll just say quantity 2 numbers. I'm going to sell for 1000 each. Okay, and then I'm going to save this particular invoice. Press page up to recall your previously saved invoice. Now you have two options to display your part number. So let us see what are these two options, and you can decide what would be the best option for your organization. So when I come to print, so I'm going to press Control P, and we know that all printing configuration, you can come here and you will have a lot of configurations that are available, which can be enabled or disabled in your invoice. So here, the first is that you have this option called show part number. Okay, so if you want a part number to be shown on the invoice in a separate field, then you can enable this. So you can say just press enter to toggle between yes and no, right? So I'm going to now press Control A, and let us see, once we enable this, how does our invoice look and where is the part number getting printed. So you come to preview, and you have this part number. So you don't have this quantity rate. So if any of the column is missing, so all you need to do is just press escape, come back to configuration, and then look for the information that you want to print. Like for example, show quantity is no here. I'm going to press yes, and then I'm going to say show rate yes, and the rest of the thing is okay. So I'm going to leave this as it is. I'm going to press Control A, and now when you come to preview, you will see that the part number is got a separate column. You have the stock item part number in a separate column. Quantity has also come now. Rate is also come now. Amount is also come now, right? So this is one way of getting your part number to be printed on your invoice. Now, supposing, let us say you don't want a separate column for part number. You want the item and the part number just besides the item. So if that is the way you would want to print your invoice, is there an option? Yes, there is an option in Tally. So what we do is now you just come back here again, go to configuration, right? And then in the show part number, make this as no. And if you see here, you have another option called display for stock item. By default, it is going to be name only. Now you press enter, you will get different options, right? So you can have, like, for example, this has got name with part number. Or if you want to print part number first and then the name of the item, you can do this. Now for part number also, you have alias, right? So let us quickly see what is this alias for part number. So let's be here. So this is where the go-to option is going to be very useful. I'm going to press Alt G, and then I'm going to say alter master, come to stock item, then select your item with part number. And when you come to part number, you will notice here, you can also give alias for part number. So this way you can have multiple aliases for stock item, and also you can have multiple aliases for part number also. The other advantage is, supposing, let us say you have a stock item which the name of the stock item is quite long or big. So in that case, Tally also provides option for barcode scanning, right? But then with some customization in Tally, you can also do barcode printing. So in those cases, you can use part number as your barcode character, so that it is not going to be long enough and scanning becomes much easier. Right? So I'm not giving any alias for part number. So I'll just say Control Q. We have not made any changes. So press escape. So we are here. So you will notice here, one is name and part number. If you want to be displayed the name first and part number, you can select this, or part number, alias and part number, then part number and name, then part number and part number alias. So let us select name and part number. Okay. So now I'm going to press Ctrl A. Now let us preview what is the option. So you will now see that the part number column is eliminated and you will see your stock item, and in bracket you will see the part number. So these are the options that are available for you to manage part numbers for your stock items, and also print the part number in your invoices the way you wanted them to be displayed and printed. In the next session, we will see a couple of more options and see how these options can be leveraged. So thank you all very much for staying till the end. See you all in the next session. Thank you very much.